Okay. Okay, so I just realized I made a mistake. I just circled the wrong number. So when we divided 150 and 25, we got 6, so x equals 6. Sorry about that. Anyway, so doing it the shortcut method that works for this particular problem, as I was describing, 1.5 times 4, there's 1 decimal place in the multiplication problem, so we need 1 decimal place in the answer. So it's 6.0, which of course is 6, so we get the same answer for x. X is 6. Okay, example 3. All right, so we have another pair of similar triangles. Except this time, we have a triangle inside of another triangle. Well, I guess we did in the other problem as well, but it's more in the center this time. So 20.4 inches for this side, and then 12.75 over here. 6 inches for this side, 18 inches for that side. Okay, and we need to find x, which is this side here. And it's telling us in the problem that these are similar triangles. So find x if the triangles are similar. Okay, so let's put x on top in the first ratio, since that's what we're solving for. And then the corresponding side to x in the larger triangle is 18, the matching side. And then we need another ratio of corresponding sides. Let's do 12.75 over 20.4. Those are matching sides of the small and large triangle. Notice I was consistent. I had small triangle values on top in both ratios and large triangle values on the bottom in both ratios. Okay, so there's no shortcut for this one. We're just going to have to use the cross products method. So x times 20.4 is 20.4x. And then 18 times 12.75. Let's work that out. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 is 60. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 6 is 22. That's going to be 10. Start the second row with a 0. 5, 7, 2, 1. Okay, so there's 2 decimal places total in the multiplication problem, so we need 2 decimal places in the answer. So it's 229.5. Zeros at the end of decimal numbers do not affect the value, so we can ignore that 0. And since x is being multiplied by 20.4, to get rid of 20.4, do the opposite and divide each side by 20.4. And 20.4x divided by 20.4 is 1x, which is just x, so the 20.4's cancel out. Okay, so put the top number on the inside of the box, the bottom number on the outside. The number on the outside cannot be a decimal number, so move the decimal point to the end of the number, one place to the right. To balance it out, do the same thing for the other number. So now we have 2,295 divided by 204. 204 goes into 229 one time. 1 times 204 is 204. Subtract, you get 25. Bring down the next digit. 204 goes into 255 one time. 1 times 204 is 204. Subtract, that's going to be 51. Put a decimal as 0, bring that down. 204 goes into 510 2 times. 2 times 204 is 408. Subtract, that's going to be 102. Then put another 0 there, bring that down. 204 goes into 1,020 5 times, exactly, so we can stop there. Right, because if you work that out, 204 times 5 times 4 is 20, carry the 2, 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2, 5 times 2 is 10. As you can see, it's 1,020. So 204 goes into 1,025 times. All right, so x equals 11.25. Okay, one last example problem. Oh yeah, and do not forget the unit. It's 11.25 inches. All right, example 4. Okay, so the figure looks like this. Not drawn to scale. 13 centimeters for this side, 5 centimeters for this side, 18 centimeters, and 7.5 centimeters. We need to find x, which is right here. So find x if the triangles are similar. Okay, so let's put x on top in the first ratio, since that's what we're solving for. And the corresponding side to x in the other triangle is 13. Okay, and then we need another ratio of corresponding or matching sides. So let's do 7.5 over 5. Yeah, and again, I was consistent. I had triangle on the right values. Sorry, I had triangle on the left values on top in both fractions, and I had triangle on the right values on the bottom in both fractions. Now let's go ahead and solve for x using the cross products method. So multiply the diagonals and make them equal to each other. So x times 5 is 5x, and then 13 times 7.5. Let's work that out. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. Start the second row with a 0. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 7 is 7, add it together. There's one decimal place in the multiplication problem, so we need one decimal place in the answer. So we get 5x equals 97.5. Divide each side by 5. Let's work that out. Let's do that right here. So it's okay if the number on the inside of the box is a decimal number. It's just the number on the outside cannot be a decimal number. 5 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. 5 goes into 47 9 times. Bring down the next digit. 5 goes into 25 5 times. Line up the decimal point in the answer with the decimal point in the problem. We get x equals 19.5 centimeters. All right, and that's it for section 6.8. Thank you.